Hey, this is Mike with M Squared Enjoying the Now. Today we are going to give you a review of a park we're at right now, Walnut Woods State Park in West Des Moine, Iowa. Beautiful spot, 23 sites, and we are in a walk-up. We're also going to tell you about a little excitement we had last night. This is Walnut Woods State Park here in Iowa. As you can see, it's wide open. 260 acres. Most of it is youth park. So they can come in here, go down to the lake. There's a little lake on the other side. And we are right next to the Raccoon River. Pretty low now. You take the dogs down there for a little walk. As you can see, wide open in the trees, and we are right next to the international airport here in Des Moines. Maybe once a day we hear a plane go over, so it's no biggie. Nice and quiet. A lot of walnuts on the ground. So last night I had my sister over. She lives in a suburb of Des Moines here. And getting dinner ready, cooking stuff on the grill, and there were some people across the way there who was having a little trouble with his electrical. Couldn't get it to stay on, nothing would work. So I helped him with that, got my multimeter out, and we figured out it was a bad plug on the pedestal. Wasn't making good connection. So we just converted it to 30 amp. He had a 30 amp conversion and took care of that. And down at the end of the row where we were for a few days until we moved to a new spot, right here, a wrecker came in to move an RV that was destroyed by a couple trees during the dress show last week. What they call Iowa's Katrina. And wrecker came in, so we were kind of watching. I didn't pay any attention to him. The girls went down and were videotaping him because wasn't much else to do here except to look at the little bit of entertainment we had. And while I was helping the neighbor fix his electrical, we heard a bunch of screaming. People running down looking for a doctor or a nurse or something. And so I've had some training as a combat medic when I was in the Air Force, so that kind of kicked in. I threw my tools down and ran to where he was at, and he was on the ground and trying to keep him stable. And so what happened is he was picking the tree up off the trailer and didn't have it secured correctly, and it swung sideways and hit him. He did have a helmet on, had a GoPro on his helmet, and it flew 20-30 feet. Helmet flew off and he was on the ground. So a nurse ended up showing up, and we were taking care of him and waiting for the paramedics to show up. So we were here on this site earlier in the week, and that is half of the tree that's left that fell on the trailer that was sitting there. And we didn't want to stay here too long because who knows how long that part of the tree would have stayed up. Another windstorm and that would have came down. So we moved to a walk-in site. And here's where the trailer was. All these trees were sitting on top. Wreckers here, we have 4 or 5 wreckers here, a lot of crew. They took the guy to the hospital. We found out this morning from his boss that he was in ICU, had some broken ribs, internal bleeding. but I guess he's doing okay now. So he took the biggest brunt on his body, knocked him out for quite a while, and he wasn't too combative when we were keeping him on the ground because he kept wanting to get up. So there was a bunch of us out here last night kind of watching him pull the trailer out. And here's some of the video.
There it goes. There's nothing. Well, you gotta figure that. Tires are okay. I think they're trying to see if it's gonna come off or not. Rocking it for some reason. Oh, they're trying to get it in. Oh, they're gonna. I think that's why they were trying to get stuff off of it. Yeah, it looks like it's just loose on there.
As you can see, the slide out was out, and they had a hard time getting it back in, but eventually they did with a car lift and went about their way.
I don't think they can get it up. Yeah, but no, I don't think that's. I think that's all the further they can get it up. Oh, there it goes. They got it. You got it. Yay!
I guess they pick up, this crew picks up like 5 RVs a day ever since the storm hit last week. Not fun. Well, a little bit more about the park. Like I said, there's 23 sites. You can reserve them online. The site's a little slow, so you gotta book way ahead of time. And as you can see here, every site has a pole. They're all marked with reservable and what's here, and then they put your tag in there. So you just get online, you don't pay at the time. Once you pull up, you grab an envelope, put your payment in there, and every morning the DNR guy will come out, take everything out of the box, and put your reservation slip up on the post. So what we ended up doing when we moved, we had a reserve spot, but we wanted to move to another spot which had full hookups, water, electric, sewer, but it was a walk-up. So we had to meet the guy that was there before us, and we told him, please come over to our site and let us know when you're leaving. That way we can pack up and then move over, because there was like 8 people who wanted it that day. A little more expensive. It's not even expensive. It's 17 bucks a day for full hookups, 14 bucks a day for electric. And so what we did, got everything hooked up. He came over, said he was going to leave in 15-20 minutes. We got hooked up, pulled up to the site. So once he pulled out, we were able to back in. I'm sure we'll get the same thing here in a few days. We're leaving this Sunday, so somebody's going to want to come up, and they're going to want to know when we're leaving so they can be ready to back in, because this place is always full. Even during the week, there are a couple spots that are empty, but they will fill up here this afternoon. All reserved. constant. Other than that, it's a very nice park. Quiet. We've had a couple rainstorms, no biggie, protected by the trees as long as they don't fall on you. Other than that, we've just been cruising around with my sister. Some of the local restaurants, hitting a couple of bars, having barbecues every night, but it's been pretty good. I'll post the park info in the description if you guys are interested. Very nice park, quiet, very reasonably priced. 17 bucks a night for full hookups. Not going to find that anywhere, especially for this. Everybody's extremely friendly. Everybody's helping everybody else out. And like I said, there's only 23 sites. Youth park, tent sites, and they're all in this little area. But it's 260 acres, so you can imagine a lot of it is open camping, barbecue pits, all along the Raccoon River. Great place. Don't miss it. So if you like this video, give us a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and we'll talk to you again on the next video.